Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another Britney Spears reading. This time it's on Timbaland and Justin Timberlake shading Britney Jean Spears. So if you haven't seen my last Britney reading, I'll put a link to it up here. I'll also put a link to my last Justin Timberlake reading that I did with him and Janet Jackson. So Timbaland apparently went on a live or something and threw shade at Britney on behalf of Justin Timberlake. He literally said that Justin should have put a muzzle on her a long time ago. First of all, Britney hasn't spoke about it in forever or ever, honestly. And it was in her book. Everyone else is allowed to talk about Britney. Justin's allowed to go on tours and so many interviews and talk about her for over the years, but she's not allowed to talk about it. Interesting. So since then, Timbaland has apologized, but the internet never forgets. So I kind of want to see what motivated him to say that. And I want to see if Justin was a part of it. And I also want to see what he's feeling right now because I know he's under fire. So remember, these readings are all alleged friend tippers only. And let's get started. So I'm going to do Timbaland on the left, Britney on the right. And then I'm going to do Justin on the left, Britney on the right, and the energy between them. So first one will be Timbaland. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. So interesting. Remember, if you guys like these, you can join me 2 memberships. It's a $5, $10, $50 tier. Get access to pick a card, story times. You can win a reading from me. Okay. So Timbaland showed up as the star reversed. Are we shocked? Obviously, he's getting negative attention, but that's about him kind of lashing out. He's feeling very much like underappreciated, like he feels like no one cares anymore. That's the star reversed. Like he's fallen off, like a falling star. I also see that as like trying to garner attention for himself. So I just think he's a little bitter right now in general. I don't think with just Britney, but I think in general. And then we see Britney, she's the temperance card reversed, impatience and imbalance. So once again, there's the temperance card is about like unfairness. So I see Britney as like angry that you only told half the story, which we're aware of. And then also the 10 of Pentacles between the two of them is like business deals. So I definitely think he's butthurt that she didn't work with him. Shocker. But the 10 of Pentacles also tells me that, interesting. There's someone, there's someone in the industry that he's loyal to, that I see. Yeah, because the 10 of Pentacles is like following the money. So who are you loyal to? Is it Justin? I need a clarification. 9 of Pentacles. Someone I made money with, yeah. I mean, the 9 of Pentacles is a relationship card, so I'm inclined to believe that it's Justin Timberlake. And I know you're going to be like, you're just a crazy Britney fan. Okay, whatever you have to say. But the 9 of Pentacles is my relationship card. So when I'm asking for clarification of who it was, someone that was in a relationship with, I mean, I guess it could be him, but I'm pretty sure that's Britney. So, and someone he made money with. So to me, I definitely think Justin over the years has confided a lot of stuff in him. I just don't know if they're full truths. I think they're half truths. So, I just think he did this out of loyalty for Justin. Justin must have called him and bitched. I think Justin's been calling a lot of people and bitching lately. Oh, you can run, but you can't hide. I'm just kidding. So let's go over here. Justin's the Ace of Swords. Opportunistic. I always see him as opportunistic. It just doesn't shock me. But the Ace of Swords is also about him wanting to swing back. He wants to hit back. I don't know if he'll release a song or something, or maybe a picture or something, but I see him wanting to swing back. And I think Timbaland, he is like, I think he put a battery in Timbaland's back to test the waters to see how it would go, and it backfires. So he's waiting, but he's waiting for his time to strike back at Britney. I'm going to tell you what, Justin, I don't think you should do it. I think it would be career suicide. Britney showed up as a 4 of Cups reverse, which tells me that she forces herself not to look at stuff, but she also just doesn't give a fuck about Justin. When I tell you Britney doesn't give a fuck about Justin, 4 of Cups reverse, she does not care. So everyone being like, oh, she's obsessed. No, she's literally just telling her story. I really don't think she cares. I don't think she loses sleep over it. I think she's got bigger fish to fry. The moon is between the two of them, which is about lies, deceit, deception. And so I'm sure Justin thinks she's lying, just like she feels like he's not telling the truth. Whatever. But the moon tells me that um, Justin wants to right the wrongs. Justin wants to prove himself as not a liar, basically. Like, that's where Justin is at. He's like, I'm not a liar. Like, she's lying. Like, what she's telling is not the full truth. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. But the thing is I genuinely just don't think that Justin. Here's the thing. I believe Justin when he says that he believes that she's lying, but I believe that Justin believes that because Justin was oblivious and is oblivious to anyone but himself. So he doesn't remember certain things, or even maybe just literally didn't even see certain things, or like didn't really retain certain things or experience in the way others did because he's so self-absorbed. So his actions having consequences are just not something he thinks about. So that's why it's perceived to him as a moon, as a lie, when Britney's just recounting things. But yeah, I'm sorry. I really feel like Justin put the battery in Timbaland's back. He may not have done it directly, but he did do it indirectly, and it may not have been now, but it definitely was previously. Okay, because I can see a lot of bullshit being fed. And you know what's interesting here is I feel like this is something that's been ongoing for a while. I don't think Justin's the only one that's done this to Britney Spears. I think a lot of people in the industry over the years have just constantly said negative things about her, and they've just believed them. I don't think they ever asked her about them. They never bothered. It's just like if somebody keeps spewing bullshit about someone, eventually you're going to believe it because you're like, oh, I'm hearing this a lot. I'm hearing this a lot. You're going to believe it. But that doesn't mean that it's not bullshit. And that's why the saying, if there's smoke, there's fire, is always dangerous, because just because someone created smoke doesn't mean there's an actual fire. People can lie, or people can, exaggerate the truth or omit their part. Someone could have done something to Britney and then she reacted, and then they're like, oh, look, she's a bad person. It happens to me a lot. I'm sure it happens to Britney. I'm sure it happens to a bunch of you. So Knight of Pentacles reverse is about inconsistencies in the stories, and the Judgment card and the Queen of Pentacles is about industry people. So this is about feeding bullshit to multiple people in the industry. I also think there were favors that were done back in the day, allegedly for entertainers only. It's all alleged for entertainers only, but I think there were favors done back in the day, like, I'll do this for you, just make sure you don't do this or don't work with this person. I definitely think that there was an active battle behind the scenes to kind of shun Britney and kind of push her opportunities to the side. And I think it was because they knew that she had the truth inside of her. And you have to I've been telling you, like, I low-key sometimes wonder if there's a little bit of a narcissistic energy in here, because narcissists, right, they like to discredit their victims. Forget what it's called, but they defame and discredit their victims before they can speak out. Like, that's a thing that they do. And they always have, like, their flying monkeys and things like that. And when it comes to this situation, it feels like that to me. Now, that might just be a metaphor. It might not be directly, so I'm not diagnosing or claiming anyone as anything. All I'm saying is that it reminds me of that, because this is about bad-mouthing someone before they have a chance to speak, because if they speak, you would be ruined. That's what this is. And I don't think that Justin's the only one that did this. I don't think Timbaland's the only one that did this. I think it was multiple people. And I think that's why the word choice muzzle was used, because Britney has too many secrets. And you know what's interesting is there are a lot of things that Britney knows that she doesn't even realize how important it is that she knows it, or how secretive it is that she knows it. Oh, that just makes me sick. I see Timbaland being like, you know what? Why don't we get the two of you together and make a song? And I see Justin be like, maybe I put my pride aside and the two of us make a collab. Take the collab and shove it up your ass. We don't want it. I'm sorry. We don't want it. We don't want it. Thank you. I don't want it. Because that's the Four of Pentacles and the High Priestess is like, and the Nine of Wands. How do I fix this? So Justin is in, survival mode right now, and he's trying to figure out how to fix his career. And for him, I see him going through the motions, and then he's going to get to the place of like, well, maybe if I make up with Britney, and maybe if we make a song together or do something together, like, it'll break the internet. My nostalgia will come back. People will care about NSYNC again. We'll be able to go on tour. I'll be able to go on tour with NSYNC, make money, and all be because me and Britney collabed. I think he's going to get to that point where he's going to start thinking like that. Britney, don't take the bait. You know what? If he has the balls to ask Britney some bullshit like this, I see her being rebellious and going, okay, and then making like a Crimea River version for herself. Because I see her going to like one of his ops, someone he doesn't like or whatever, and working with them or something. you better watch it, because if he pokes this bear, she doesn't give a fuck right now, but if he pokes that bear and tries to be nice to her and tries to do some, you're going to see Britney with a vengeance. Because right now she don't give a fuck. She's like, I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. I'm not going to go back and forth and back. I put my book out there and I'm chilling. I'm going to Miami or wherever she goes, Maui, wherever she goes. And I'm chilling. She goes to Mexico too. That's what it is. It's Maui, Mexico. But Justice, Page of Cups, and Three of Cups also tells me, like, I see him trying to get other people to butter her up as well. You're going to start to see some of the people that he's friendly with in the industry, some of the people that he knows, try to reach out to Britney and butter her up. Can you stop? Get a life. Get a job. Go to jail. Leave her alone. Get a job, like Demi Lovato said. Six of Cups, Knight of Wands reversed, and Knight of Cups reversed. I see someone offering an apology. Someone in the industry offering an apology to Britney other than Justin. There's someone else offering an apology to her. I don't know if they want to work with her or not. They might want to work with her, but there's a big apology coming. Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, and Empress. That's about someone who like heard her story and is like, oh shit, I was wrong. Six of Wands and Queen of Cups, like my pride got the best of me. Sometimes it could be a water sign with the Queen of Cups. It doesn't always have to be though. It's just a sensitive moment. Why do I keep seeing this every time I read Britney? I see a huge collab with someone very successful. I'm wondering if it's like a nostalgia collab or something. It's a big name. Five of Pentacles, lots of money behind it and lots of money to be made. Wheel of Fortune. Now, this could either be something that was too risky previously or somebody sabotaged it. I've seen this before in my Britney readings. It's still there on the table. Ten of Wands reverse, Two of Pentacles, and Strength card reverse. Oh. That's Justin. So Justin needs to be, I knew it was going to be his fucking family. Okay, Justin needs to be very careful because I think that the industry has protected him from a lot of bad press surrounding him and his wife and their relationship. And yeah, there she is, Queen of Swords. That's his wife. And the Four of Swords is like a healing and a rejection and a negative moment. Release of a burden, the business, and a vulnerability. I think he needs to be careful because now that the public is turning on Justin, he really needs to be very careful because they're not going to protect him in the way in which they used to. And I see him being mad because I see some of his business partnerships being snipped in the middle. Like I see like a cutting of a credit card. So for me, that symbolizes like one of your opportunities. This whole Britney book threw a wrench in and ruined one of your opportunities. And I think it's going to be the first of many because it seems like there's going to be some tabloids talking shit about you and your wife and some of the things that allegedly have been going on. Ooh, your house of cards is crumbling. And look, I think Justin's going to try to play the victim. And I think he's going to try to be like, you know, oh my God, like, you know, you guys are ruining a family, or you guys are like, I have kids and I have a wife. Like, this is my family. Where was all that when Britney had a family? You didn't give a fuck. You didn't give a fuck. Britney had kids and you didn't care. So why should we care? It's called karma. Enjoy her. She had her kiss for you. So I think Justin's karma is going to continue to come. Timbaland, to me, is just a mouthpiece. He girl, the way Britney does not care though, I kind of love her for that. The fucking Britney stands are all fired up. We're all like, fuck you. And Britney's just like, I don't care. Ah, I love it. She's on a boat, girl. Not giving a fuck. I love that for her though. Nine of Cups, King of Cups reverse, and Five of Cups. You know, there's a guy that's always liked Britney since back in the day. There's a guy who's always had a little bit of a crush on Britney. I'm not sure if he's still single, but there's a guy that's always had a crush on Britney. I think he's in a relationship now. But there's a guy that's always had a crush on Britney. Potential water sign, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, it's just someone who's emotional. I don't know if she turned him down or something happened that didn't, like, they couldn't be together or whatever. I don't think it ever was, to be honest. I'm not even sure if Britney was aware of it, but he always had a crush. This guy is going to help Britney tremendously soon. He's going to do a huge favor for Britney. I don't know how. Introduce her to someone or put her on something or put a good word in her for something. There's somebody in the industry that's really going to help her behind the scenes. I'm not sure if we'll ever be privy to this. But he's always had a soft spot for her because he's always had a crush. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys like that. If you did, make sure you follow me on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. Subscribe down below. Hit the button. If you like that, you can also join my YouTube memberships. It's a $5, $10, $50 tier. You get access to exclusive pick a cards, story times. You can win reading from me. Till next time. Bye, guys.